Taylor Swift is a musical phenomenon. With millions of records sold and a slew of #1 songs, the award-winning teenager accomplished it all before graduating high school.
This is definitely the highlight of my senior year.
Now, a closer look at the teen sensation. From her uncertain start,
You, being a teenager, are not going to fit into country music.
to the internet site that took her career to a new level.
That was not a clever scheme. That was an accident.
Taylor opens up about the school bullies who changed her past
I hate her. She's ugly.
and her much-examined love life.
It's been a little bit of a rough time.
And hear what lies ahead for the young superstar as she begins to grow into a young woman.
I don't think I've ever been called sexy before.
I'm Katie Cook in Hendersonville, Tennessee. If you know anything about Taylor Swift, you know this is the quaint town she calls home. In this special edition of CMT Insider, you'll hear Taylor's story, from the little girl in Pennsylvania determined to be a country star to the young woman who has the hottest country CD of 2008. We spent the day with Taylor at her home here in Hendersonville and met the girl behind the superstar who cruises around in her sports car and more often in a decked-out tour bus. Get ready for Taylor Swift as you've never seen her.
So awesome, you have no idea.
Taylor Swift has changed the rules in country music.
Asking God if he could play it again.
She made history by being the youngest country artist ever to write and sing a #1 single.
Did that just happen? Did that just happen?
With incredible drive and determination, she's earned the title of superstar by the tender age of 18. It's a career path she's been planning all her life. This is Taylor at age 2, working up Unchained Melody.
And time can mean so much.
As a toddler living in Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, Taylor loved music, and as she grew, so did her need to perform.
I would come out of Disney movies singing the entire songs, and my parents were like, didn't she just hear that once?
For the land of the free.
At age 11, Taylor sang the national anthem at a Philadelphia 76ers game, and her sights were already set on Music City.
I first visited Nashville after I watched this TV program about Faith Hill, and it said that she went to Nashville, and that's how she made it in country music.
Taylor's talking about this episode of Behind the Music from 2000.
My dad moved me to Nashville. I was out the door the next day. You know, I was ready to tackle whatever it was I had to do to make things happen.
Ever since I saw that TV program, I was obsessively, obnoxiously bugging my parents every day. Just, we got to go to Nashville. Can we go to Nashville? Until finally, we planned a trip to Nashville. And it was on spring break, and I was 11, and I had this little demo CD, karaoke CD, of me singing songs by Dolly Parton and the Dixie Chicks and Leanne Rimes, and marched up and down Music Row with these demo CDs, and would walk in and hand them to the receptionist while my mom and little brother were parked outside in a rental car.
You went in all by yourself?
Yeah.
That is so brave.
Thank you. I don't think I knew any better.
But during that trip, Taylor was rejected by Music Row. It was a feeling she knew very well back home in Pennsylvania.
My mom and I went to the mall, and I had asked all my friends to go with me that day. I was like, so, I want to go to the mall. Do you guys want to go to the mall? And they're like, no, I'm busy. No, I'm busy. No, I'm busy. No, my mom says I can't go. And so I'm like, okay, well, Mom, let's go to the mall. And so we get there, and we run into all of the friends that I had called to go to the mall, and they were all there together without me.
Feeling like a square peg at school, Taylor just wanted to fit in.
Back then, I used to try to change everything about myself that was different. I hated my curly hair. I straightened it every day. I lived in fear if the local newspaper would write something about my music. I lived in fear of that because I knew the next day I was going to have to be absolutely just tortured at school. When we moved to Hendersonville, Tennessee, everything clicked.
But Nashville's Music Row still wasn't ready for a new teen star.
When I was making the rounds, first trying to get a record deal, the thing that I heard the most is, country music does not have a young demographic. So you, being a teenager, are not going to fit into country music because the only people that listen to country music on country radio are 35-year-old females. And I just kept thinking, that can't be true. That can't be accurate because I listen to country music, and I know there have to be other girls everywhere who listen to country music and want some music that is maybe directed more towards them.
Scott Borchetta, founder of Big Machine Records, agreed, and he signed Taylor to a deal. The upstart label had no problem with her teen-themed songs or the fact that she wrote them herself.
I never, ever wanted my age to be something that gave me a leg up or gave me a gimmick to rely on. I wanted it to be that I wrote my own music.
By summer of 2006, she finally had her first CD out, and she was off to a slow start until the following fall, when a smash country song, a pop crossover hit, and tons of national media met head-on.
I never expected the record to sell 39,000 copies in the first week and stay at that level, and then when the record was out for like a year, go like that. When was I going to see that coming? Records go like that, not like that. So I never expected it to happen like this. So I'm still in a period of going, what?
Next,
Taylor reveals the high-tech hobby that keeps her occupied.
I'm bored like 100% of my free time.
Plus how the most famous teen in country music maneuvers the dating scene.
Well, recently it hasn't been that awesome. We're gonna go buy the album.
An anxious Taylor Swift made a late-night Walmart run to celebrate the official release day of her brand new album, Fearless.
Oh my gosh!
Taylor hinted she would be there on her MySpace blog page, and hundreds of young Swift supporters showed up to be near the teen sensation.
Thank you for being here, for me buying my second CD. I love you.
In its first week out, Fearless sold nearly 600,000 copies. That's the highest debut of any country artist this year by a landslide. And not surprisingly, Taylor's album earned huge numbers digitally, becoming the biggest digital country album debut in history. Fearless also claims the fourth highest first-week sales of any genre in 2008 so far, beating out huge acts like Miley Cyrus, Mariah Carey, and Madonna.
My approach of this album was not based on pop or country or this age demographic. It was based on me writing songs about boys and telling the stories that have happened in the past 2 years.
In fact, Fearless, which Taylor also co-produced, plays out like a storybook of her life, with secret messages hidden inside the song lyrics on the liner notes and 13 tracks of personal stories. Taylor covers everything from love to high school to hard times with her best friend Abigail.
You write about Abigail giving everything to a boy who changes his mind. Do you think that's an important lesson to get across to young people?
I think that the lessons that Abigail and I learned our freshman year of high school are lessons that if you would have told us beforehand, you know, this is going to happen and this is going to happen, we would have done it all anyway. But to put it all into a song and reflect on it and to put it on an album, maybe it can help somebody else.
Taylor previewed music from her new CD weeks before it came out on her MySpace page, where she has nearly 1 million friend subscribers. And with the help of a few of her famous friends, Taylor recently created a fun MySpace clip to help promote the release of Fearless. It's just one of the many video blogs that Taylor shares with her fans.
So do you actually do some of the editing yourself?
I do all the editing.
That's amazing.
On my laptop.
Where do you find the time?
Well, I mean, I have a lot of downtime. I'm bored like 100% of my free time.
You really are like the first country MySpace megastar. How did this come about? Was this your idea?
That was an accident. I made a MySpace in 8th grade because all my friends had MySpaces. I noticed that my friends were posting my music on their pages, and then their friends were hearing them on their pages and posting them on their pages. And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, this is getting pretty big, isn't it?
The internet has no doubt been a wonderful tool for you, but there is a dark side to it.
Yeah, some people are really mean.
Well, yeah, it opens you up to that.
I hate her. She's ugly.
How do you deal with that?
When people can be anonymous, they're vicious, and they're really mean, and it's like 6th grade stuff, like on crack. It's terrible.
It's like a big high school out there, isn't it?
Yeah, but meaner. Because, you know, in high school, you kind of might have to own up to what you said in the hallway. But on the internet, it's very anonymous, and you have every single opportunity in the world to bash anybody that you want.
Taylor's much-rumored romance and breakup with pop star Joe Jonas became the focus of an internet and media swirl this year.
I'm not even going to be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18.
That's how it is today. You know, it's not like you can just make movies and sing songs and people aren't going to want to know, like, who you're dating and where you're eating. With dating, it's not that complicated. If 2 people get along great and there's chemistry, then why not date? Recently, it hasn't been that awesome, but, I mean, it doesn't mean that in the future it won't be great. Right now, it's been a little bit of a rough time with that, but that doesn't mean that someday I'm not going to meet somebody wonderful who's right for me.
Coming up.
And I've gotten in a few wrecks with this.
Buckle up as we ride shotgun with Taylor Swift. Plus, a look inside her home on wheels and how this teen millionaire spends her money.
I'm obsessed with that right now.